Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Platinum Drifter here again with another video. This is the FIA Championship. I'll put up everything on display for you now. You know, I started off in second in this race and it was a pretty good race. The dude that was in first place that got the podium, he was very, very quick. You can see anyway through the first couple of laps, like, you know, it was sort of do or die kind of thing. You know, there he is in front there, so you know who I'm talking about. So yeah, everything was pretty good, like, you know, it was a solid run. Of course, the AMG had the speed going up to the first corner, but you know, that dude in that wheel was very, very fast. In fairness to him, he was a good racer. This has got a bit sloppy up here in the first corner. You know, I kind of go a bit sideways to get pushed into the wall. It was a very tight race. Then from here on in, it was kind of who can get the better launch and the better turns and stuff like that, and who can get the quicker speed going out through the turns. But this was the first lap, and it was literally scratch after scratch with, like, you know, switching paint and stuff like that, hitting walls. As you see there, trying to keep a good cornering, trying to keep the speed, trying to get through the slower people, like, you know, that managed to snake up, like, you know, get to the front and snake their way up along the field. But after the first couple of turns, I think I had it fairly solid. There was no contact between me and the guy in first at the minute, as you can see, but watch out for that Beetle, the lad in that Beetle. He was very, very fast. So yeah, this was the race. It was on the Sunday, I think, or the Saturday, sorry. It was on the 4th, and it was, oh no, it was either the 4th or the 5th. I think it was the 4th, it's Tokyo, so it wasn't actually the manufacturers, it was the nationals. But yeah, here's me anyway. I got into first overall on the coming up to the end of lap number 1, but the slipstream was still there. You know, the gap was still fairly good, like, you know, there's no actual time up yet, but after we got past the first lap, you know, you'll see the time that it put in. It was a 2:18 or 2:19, maybe 2:20, sorry, there you go. And pretty much the race just kind of unfolded. Then after that, you know, I kind of got a decent gap. There is like 2 seconds ahead of the lad closest to me. But everyone watch out for this dude right here, this lad right here. I know him. There he is, the Beetle. He was very fast. He was getting brilliant lap times. He was getting brilliant sectors. So you want to watch this dude a bit. There he goes. He had a serious fight on his hands trying to get past this dude in second. He wasn't holding back. I was kind of going clear at this stage, like, you know, I wasn't in any bother or any trouble. I was getting away from the group as quickly as possible. There was a lot of people, you know, crashing and stuff like that. Like, you know, there's a 1 second penalty for a dude who hit the wall. You know, the group going along, there's another 1.5 second penalty. You know, the race was very scrappy. There's a dude almost losing control, like, you know, trying to catch up. I'm glad I was out of all this mess, to be honest, at the start, and I didn't spin out. That's basically a team. Look, there's a 3 second penalty. This dude's only after getting, you know, another 3 second penalty. This lad here is playing it safe. Another 1.5 second penalty. Like, you know, the race literally started almost as quick as it stopped. I'm about 3 or 4, maybe 5 seconds clear now at this stage. I think it's roughly about 3 or 4. Yeah, there you go. 3.2 seconds ahead. But that Beetle is directly behind me, and this is where you'd want to watch, because that man in that Beetle comes at me like crazy. For 2 or 3 laps, maybe 4 laps solid, it was me versus him. He got a slipstream on me at one stage. But yeah, just sit back, watch what happens, and you'll see a great couple of laps, you know, me under pressure, having to keep the car straight, having to keep the car, you know, as steady as possible and have it as smooth and clean going through the corners, as well as having speed behind it. Yet again, it is a damp track, like, you know, you can see the water spraying up from the back. So I was on the intermediate tyres in this race. I didn't go for the heavyweights, you know, it would have been too much, but the intermediates seem to have done the job and held up pretty well. But yeah, this dude in this beater, you just want to watch him, like, you know, he was putting in savage at that time, you know, he was very, very fast, in fairness to him. You know, I actually added him and he said that he wanted revenge, so if he sees this video, you know, just we'll do a daily race. Hopefully we get picked in the same one and we'll go at it again. But this dude is very fast. Like, you know, look how fast he's going through his corners and stuff like that. He's just very clean. He was catching me at this stage. Like, you know, he was, like, you know, the seconds, look, only 2.6 seconds and he was still coming at me. You know, my lap times again were fairly steady at this stage. You know, the sectors are fairly good, and his sectors were fairly good as well. You know, circle map, you can see his number two coming, edging slightly closer as the lap goes on, and in the track, the two of us are well ahead of third place, fourth, fifth. Third, fourth, fifth are in a big group. Sixth and seventh are tight. 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th, they're right on top of each other, and then the rest of the field are pretty much there as well. Like, you know, there's 117 had a bit of a spin, but yeah, you know, there's all sorts of people I need to win the race. Maybe if you're one of them, you know, just send a DM or on this or on the PlayStation, or, you know, post a comment, like the video, subscribe. Like, you know, I'll be posting more of these videos in the next coming days. But back to this battle, this was absolutely crazy racing. You know, there was 1.8 seconds in it. I think he just about got me on slipstream at this point. Like, you know, he was very quick. He put me under a lot of pressure. You know, if you're watching this video, man, that was an absolutely brilliant race. Much respect goes for you. You know, it was absolutely amazing. Like, you know, there he is looking. He's sitting the fastest lap time there already. I'm literally trying to keep it as fast and as clean as possible because I know he was quick in the start. He had a 1:10 or a 2:10 or a 2:09 lap time, while my fastest lap was just over a 2:11. So yeah, there was a bit of a difference there now in the lap times, but you know, I was hitting 2:11s, 2:12s, and I think this was another 2:12 or 2:13. I think it was roughly around the same anyway, but this dude here was absolutely phenomenal. Like, you know, he was 2:11.3 on the second or third lap after getting out of trouble. You know, this is lap number 4. Like, you know, you can see how quick and all it is and stuff like that. Like, you know, he scraped the wall there, but it still didn't affect his time. In fairness, he was pretty fast, and this is the mistake that he made. I didn't actually see this in the race. I was trying to figure out actually why my time went from what, 2 seconds, like, you know, from the gap that went to 2 seconds all the way up to 10 seconds. I was trying to figure out for ages. I thought he had disconnected, to be honest, because there you go, his lap time was gone, but he bounces right back into 5th overall. Now, I'll show you a few bits of me racing around. Like, you know, I was kind of driving the track. I wasn't putting myself underneath any pressure. I had a 10-second lead. Now, on this track, 10-second lead is quite a lot because you have one main straight, and that's basically where you have the slipstream and all that kind of good stuff, but one main straight, and then it's just a colossal amount of corners. Like, you know, you have, like, you know, hairpins, tight turns, but they're all very fast, so it's all about your speed. This top corner here, I had actually raced in another race before previous to this one. I had actually recorded that one too, or saved that one in recordings as well. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I'd save that one too, but that one there wasn't as half as exciting. It was this one here, like, you know, I'm gonna bring it back to that dude in the Beetle, you know, up the French and all that kind of good stuff. Like, you know, he got a 3-second penalty. He was well behind. Like, you know, here he is. Look, he's 3 seconds off him. Like, you know, where's overall times? I'm not sure now, but he was quite a bit behind. He was roughly about, I don't know, maybe 18 seconds behind me, you know. Then you see him, then he set the fastest lap then after he finished off the 3-second penalty. I'll make sure to keep an eye on my fastest lap. As I said, look, I wasn't lying, it was a 2:11.5, and that was in race, like, so out of race was roughly about the same for qualifying, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, this dude done an absolutely, I never seen a racer as good as him, to be honest. Like, you know, I've seen Super GT, you know, but for a dude to get the penalties that he did, you know, fight back through like the first 6 seconds, like, you know, he had a bad 2 laps, like, you know, he lost his momentum, he lost all his kind of, you know, you get into a rhythm, like, you know, how to drive, like, you know, when you're on the track, and he just lost his rhythm completely. But there's me anyway, like, you know, sailing away. I don't know, like 11 seconds or 10 seconds at this stage due to his spin out. But man, was he was very quick, like, you know. Much respect, as I said before, goes to him. You know, just second, he was cruising along too. He had a nice little gap there to third. Fourth was kind of very close to him. Then we had Bunazzi or whatever you call him. I think that's just how you pronounce his name, lads. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong, but, you know, there's 6 coming along. There's 7th, 8th, you know, directly behind. He got a 1-second penalty, so he's just gonna, maybe he might let him pass, or maybe he'll stop him. He'll probably stop him, but anyway, I know he let him pass him, but yeah, there you go. 10th, 11th, there's 12th coming along. Like, you know, the field was kind of very spread out, you know, in the last couple of hours. There's another 1.5-second penalty. I didn't see that he did either. 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th, he had a little bit of a spin by the looks of it, or else he's battling with 18th. Looks like they're kind of, maybe they might be on the same thing, or else they just swap out for each other. Maybe that's a nice little battle to watch for a couple of laps. But yeah, so pretty much me, I'm what, 13 seconds at this stage. Like, you know, as you can see, the laps I was just increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing on people. Like, you know, remember this dude here got a 6-second penalty. So plus he had to go around the bottom bend and back up along the straight. So he lost maybe about, realistically, about 8.5 seconds. And he's back to 3.681 seconds behind 4th overall. So if we go back and look at him, like, you know, he was catching up pretty quick, in fairness to him. Like, you know, he was a very clean racer. As I said, he just had one bad mistake and it cost him a lot of time. But as I said before, if he did not crash, I guarantee you it would have been a battle that I'd never forget on this game for as long as I live. He was coming for me as quickly as possible, and to be honest, it was gone to the stage where I was quicker in some parts than he was, but then he'd realised that and he'd come at me again, and then I'd have to go a little bit harder and try to get away from him again. And it was just literally back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for the first 3 or 4 laps there until he span out. You know, it was a very, look, there he comes again. Look, he was setting the quickest lap yet again, like, you know, only for his spin out, I say, he would have set the quickest lap on the 4th lap, like, you know, but he's faster than me, like, you know what I mean, like, you know, he set 2:11.3, my fastest at this stage was a 2:11.5. So I was literally driving the shit out of this car in some of these laps coming up. Now I don't think it was this one or the next one, but you'll see the last lap anyway. I drove the absolute crap out of that car when the tyres were pretty worn. I actually was on a bit of pressure there, actually was fairly honest in fairness to me, but the last lap was just crazy. Like, I literally wanted to get the fastest lap so I'd have, you know, a pole, or not a pole, I'd have a podium start. I would have had the fastest lap. I would have, well, I wouldn't say it was a clean race because I got booted at the start, but if that counts as not being a clean race, because I got booted and I got stuck to the wall, maybe, you know, or whatever, like, you know, maybe I would have got a clean race as well, fastest lap time, you know, first overall. It would have been a nice little victory, like, you know, nice little sector, but there we go. Look at the Bulls after catching up. Now he's fourth overall. There he is. Look, he's fourth overall now. He's after passing the Dodge Viper. And he was still coming pretty quick. Like, you know, he was, as I said, that car there had no power on the straight. I think that's where he was kind of beating him as well. But this dude was flying around this track in that leader. In fairness to him, like, you know, he was a really, really, really quick racer. You know, he hit a 2:11.268. My fastest lap, for everyone remember now, was still a 2:11.589. I didn't come close to that lap time for ages. I think I hit a 2:11.7, but that lap time there stayed the quickest lap time in the race, I think, as far as I know, or as far as I remember even. But yeah, sure, like, you know, the laps, like, you know, I was roughly about quarter of a track ahead now at this stage. Like, you know, I was roughly about 25 seconds or whatever, 25 seconds maybe, or something like that. I think I was ahead at one stage. Or no, 15, so about a sixth or an eighth of a track, like, you know, maybe a sixth of a track roughly. But something happens to the Citroen at coming up in the race as well. If something major happens with him, there it is, look, it slid out. You know, he lost a shit ton of time. Sorry about my language, but he lost a lot of time there. You know, he was keeping a good race, like, you know, and after this, he went from being 15 seconds, 0.5 to, I think it was like 17 or 18 seconds due to that little small scrape and skid, like, you know, and he lost a lot of speed and momentum going up around that corner. So, you know, wait, not look, 13. What happened there? He was after, I do know he was lost a half a time. Maybe it wasn't that lap, or maybe I fucked up that lap actually. Maybe I'd go back and see it. I think I fucked up on that lap. I'll go back and check it out. No, there we go. Look, clean, pretty much clean through there. Yeah, it was clean up through there. Maybe it was braking a bit too early, you know. Maybe he was on a quicker pace than I was. As I said to you before, like, you know, oh no, there we go. Look at my mistake. I knew I done something. A little small spin to make sure I was still alive, like, you know, and keep me kind of alert. But yeah, I done that, something similar to that in one of the other race. I think it was the 5 o'clock race. I done something fairly similar to that, and I spun out altogether, and it was absolutely horrendous. Me and second overall had a serious battle again, like, you know, it was a very close race. But I just edged him out, like, you know, I think he had hit the wall or something when I got back in front, or else another car caught up to us, and I was battling with him. And the next thing then, sure, I was going ahead. I think I won by roughly about 4 or 5 seconds the first race. I was 6 ahead before I span out, but I think I won by roughly about 4 or 5 seconds. But no, it wasn't a big margin like this one. Like, this one here was just like you know, this one here was just crazy. Like, you know, it was 12 seconds, and then this is lap number 9, yeah, so there's 3 more laps including this one. You know, so yeah, it was pretty much a quick race. Like, you know, I was lap times again, as I said, look at 2:17, like, you know, I lost what, 5 seconds, but yeah, the race was just quick. As I said, it wasn't the quickest, but it was quick enough. Again, a couple of wall taps, you know, tire wear was really starting to come into play here now at this stage. Like, you know, I don't know how we didn't get penalties, to be honest, for half of them wall taps, because in another race, in the second race I done on that day, I got roughly about maybe 7.5 seconds worth of penalties. And then for some reason, when you do your penalties, if anyone else is having this problem, please let me know. But when you do your penalties in the race and then you finish in a place, but you automatically get a 20-second penalty as soon as the race ends, and you drop back positions. Now the race I'm going to show you is next, which might be in a couple of days' time, depending on what goes on with me and my life at the moment. You know, there's a person in my family who's not very well and is expected to pass away very soon, so I have no idea about when the next video will go up, but all I know is I decided to get this video out for you guys. Hopefully you like it. If you want to see more videos like this of me racing and stuff, you know, please let me know, or me doing drag tunes, or even me making a fool of myself on the drag strip, you know, with other racers, you know, and getting beat or whatever else, like, you know, because people think I'm fake and I'm slow, so I might as well, you know, show people how slow that, if they think I'm slow, and show people how slow I am compared to lads that are doing this game or doing drag racing in this game for the last 2 years. So, you know, there will be an advantage there with them dudes versus me. Like, you know, I'm not used to the physics of this game, which for drag racing, but I think I'm kind of catching up with them now anyway. You know, I have everything fairly figured out, or fairly good and figured out well, and you know, I have an idea of what they're doing, but I just need to get back into the racetrack or the flag strip with them now and race them all again, and hopefully there will be no problems this time around. But yeah, here's me anyway, lap number 10, you know, sailing around the track, doing whatever I could, you know, to get a decent lap or finish and stuff like that. Look, there you go, look, 16 seconds ahead. I think myself, I went up to roughly about 25 seconds along this lap. I think the time just dramatically flew up. Now remember, that Beetle was all the way back in 5th. He is now 4 seconds off 2nd overall, and it's lap 10 now. Like, you know, it's coming on to the final lap. There's a dude in the pits for some reason. Anyway, you know, this dude here makes a mess. There's my 25-second gap. This dude here spins out, and because of tire wear probably made an effect. And there is, you know, the same 4 lads, you know, that were behind me, you know, battling, but 5th overall, like, you know, down to a quick 2nd or a quick 3rd, because of the lad got a better drive, and then, you know, slipstream and all that, so I was going to be 2nd anyway, sooner or later. But the lap times, like, you know, I went from 16 to 24 seconds, like, you know, it was just mental. You know, I didn't actually know, again, I didn't know what happened. I thought that someone might have flagged out, because I'd seen Boonisi, or Boonasi, or sorry about pronunciation, but he literally came up out of the blue, like, you know, he was having a good race. You know, he was having a tight battle here, but I don't know what was going on there, but that was a very sort of a softish kind of not softish, maybe your dude spun out and decided to get caught up in them lads, I have no idea. But there he is, like, you know, from second to first. Here's me absolutely planting time. I was literally going for the fastest lap here. There's me 1 second penalty, 1.5 second penalty. There's me massive spin. You know, remember them dudes were coming up my tail, like, you know, they were just a few corners away. I was only after gaining my speed back. Look, there you go. Look, a 4.5 second penalty. I thought, oh no, I might just after blown away the biggest lead that I had possible. May wait to find out. You know, I served my penalty. These lads were literally coming at me as fast as they can. He was coming at me pretty quick. Like, you know, I go around the bottom corner. Do I? Yeah, nice and easy. There we go. Nice and easy. Easy on the accelerator and straight up along the back straight. You see Bunassi, there he is. Look, he's coming around the bottom turn there now. Look, you know, I was very lucky to get away from it. So my 24 or 5 second gap went all the way back down to 14 seconds. You know, because I was trying to push on the last lap to get the fastest time on that video or on that track, because your man had 11.2268 or something. I think 11.268. But yeah, there's the race anyway. It's the national race. I think it's the national one anyway. I may go double check. I put the name of it anyway for the video. It'll probably be the name of the video. But yeah, please anyway subscribe. You know, like the videos, comment, tell me what you want to see. I have a good few games now for the PlayStation. I have Dirt Rally, the first Dirt Rally. I'm going to get Dirt Rally 2.0 in the monthly free April game is there. So Uncharted 4, I have Ratchet and Clank, Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, I have UFC 3, Fortnite. If people want to see that, I'll do it. I'll put it up videos. You know, and pretty much if you all want to see anything else, just let me know. I'm actually currently bidding or buying in the process of buying FIFA 20. I know it's a bit late in the year, but come on, like, you know, lockdown has most of the world kind of, you know, stuck indoors. So yeah, you might as well get what you can and do what you can, I suppose. And so yeah, please let me know what you want to see, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Mightn't be for a few days, but I'll see you soon.